Roar! How's it going, guys? It's me, Cthulhu Crisis, getting in another game, or another episode of oneVme. We're gonna get in. I'm Cassidon today. So, it's a 1v1 battle, like I said. So, I'm going to rush Tear of the Goddess on Cassidon, because he needs it. And go ahead and... let's see. Go ahead and get a Philosopher's Stone, too, so I don't have any mana problems.
Minions have spawned.
Alright, so she's getting a head start on that, but that shouldn't be a problem. So, the best thing to do when you're Cassidon is just try to get those last hits. It's kind of weird because he's a melee caster, and every chance you get, blast him with a null sphere. That'll stop them from being able to poke you and get you some harass. So Cassidon doesn't really turn into Cassidon until he is level 6. That's when he can start doing his teleport move. So now I have 2 points in Force Pulse, and a point in... oh, I got snared. And a point in all my other abilities. So I'm able to just kind of go around and try to get my Force Pulse up. So I just keep farming. I gotta hit level 6 as soon as possible. Every time she casts a spell, it's going to help towards my Force Pulse. But I'm not really going to be outputting much damage for a while. So I'm going to start maxing my Null Sphere first. So I'm going to grab this health. Ignite, Null Sphere. And I'm going to be able to walk away alive. So I've almost hit level 6. That's when things are really gonna start getting better. And because I was able to start with such good items, I don't have to worry as much about mana. Big thing on Cassidon, he eats mana really bad. So here, I finally get my ult. And that's really gonna help me initiate, escape, just about everything I need to do to help me. So the player that I'm playing against today, her name is Chikifilipina. She's a really good player. Her biggest thing is she plays a lot of Zyra. Zyra is her main. And she's a pretty good Zyra too. He usually plays Zyra bot lane as a KS'er. Ooh, she got close there. I'm going to go back and grab this health. Whenever I do end up going back, whether it be by dying, well, I guess that's the only way I can go back, but hopefully it'll be by a suicide, not by a flat-out death. But whenever I do, I'm going to have to upgrade. Upgrade my tier as soon as possible. I'm going to try to grab this health. I'm going to ult. And this is why he's called the teleporting bitch. He's able to get away from just about anything he needs to, as long as you're smart about your teleport. I mean, if you're going to teleport in somewhere, you got to make sure that you're going to have enough things to keep them busy, teleport out. So I just barely make it out alive here. She almost nails me with that attack. And I'm going to be able to grab this health. Go in and farm. Try to poke and then get out. That was pretty close, but luckily the health respawns right here. Right when I need it to. She almost roots me, which would have done quite a bit. I'm going to be able to ult out of hers. And now I've got my null sphere to kind of try to get me some farm. So she's really got me pinned down now. This is a really low position to be in, health-wise. Gotta be careful about every minion, everything. Because I could easily get nuked down. She grabbed that health before me, that's gonna hurt. Luckily I'm gonna be able to ult in, grab all this farm, and I'm gonna be the first blood. I'm gonna go down. So she played that really well. She just caught me off guard, got a really good hit in, was able to take me down. So go ahead and grab some new items. Cooldown reduction is always good on him. Also, want to get something that's going to give us a lot of ability power. So we are going to do Nashor's Tooth, build towards that. It's going to take us a while to get there, but it'll be worth it. So now that we don't have mana problems anymore, we can use our ult pretty frugally. So here we're gonna ult, grab her, and accidentally use my ignite. So that's alright, because I was able to scare her all the way back to tower, and now I can just work on some minions. She keeps getting really close with that. I don't like that too much. The good thing is my ult completely counters hers because I have to stay in one spot for her to hit me, and that is not happening so far. So I just continue farming up. I got my Archangel Staff now, so I'm really getting a lot of mana for everything I do. Just step on that plant. Oh, that should have destroyed that plant, but I don't know why it didn't. There, I was able to get away, just barely. I'm gonna feed this little thing too. It doesn't do anything, but I think it's kind of fun. So, I break that plant. I just keep null sphering everything I can, using my force pulse every time it comes up. Now you'll notice my W, I just spam my W constantly so that I can get my force pulse up. Oh, she almost lands the root on me again. I just keep dodging. Excuse me, sorry. Now we're gonna go in on her. Gonna do a lot of damage really quickly. We're gonna go ahead and do the dive. And I am not going to leave alive. But that's alright. I did a lot of damage. I took her out, stopped her push. The minions are dead center, so that's not going to be an issue. And I'm going to be able to get in lane before anything gets too crazy. So I leveled up from that, so I'm able to take my final point in force pulse. So now my silence is 2.5 seconds. my Force Pulse does a really good amount of damage, and once I get this Nashor's, it's going to help my farming a lot. But right now, I just keep, every time I activate an ability, it's upping how much mana I have, which is going, at this point, it's already pretty much made it where mana is not something I even have to think about. So every chance I get, I'm destroying her plants. I'm able to once again hop right out of her ult as soon as she does it. And she's gonna take me out and walk away alive, or hopefully not, but I think she's gonna walk away with 0 health pretty much. So she's winning the fights. I just don't have my item build done yet. And she's landing some really good shots on me. I'm not playing as cautiously as I should this early. So I don't think she will take out this tower while I'm gone, but it's a possibility. So I'm going to try to get back into lane as fast as possible with my ult. And she is going to be able to take that tower. So it's my job to just get in there and make sure I can't do anything else. This is going to be a pretty close match, I think. I would like to think, at least. Because I haven't played Cassian in a while, but I knew, or I had a pretty good idea that she was going to play Zyra. So I tried to pick somebody that countered pretty well. Which, Cassian's a really good anti-mage, but usually he's gained momentum before now. So it's really strange that he's having trouble getting... Oh my god, she got a perfect stun off there. Able to take away all my health. So, grab this health. Try not to get hit by any more like that. And just keep poking and doing what I can. Every time my W comes up, it's going right off. And she is almost able to take me out right there. That would have been bad. She is just doing a really good amount of damage. Oh. A really good amount of damage. She almost took me out again. I just gotta be really careful now, because one wrong move and I'm gonna be dead. Like there, I was almost dead. So I just gotta be really careful now. So I'm gonna get rid of this plant. I'm gonna grab this health, and I'm just gonna try to farm a turret. The problem with Zyra is her plants make it really easy for her to attack, even under tower. And I almost got out of that before it went off. I think it actually killed me before it went off, but I didn't get what I needed to. So now I'm going to make sure and grab some boots. Need to get I like boots of lucidity on him, but it's really a personal preference. And I'm able to finish my Nashor's, which is going to help quite a bit if I can come back from this. So I should be able to get there before she takes out tower. So I'm going to charge forward, balls deep into the fight. And just try to do everything I can to prolong what she's started. That minion walks away with 0 health like I have a couple times. And I just gotta be really careful about when I go in. So I get my final point in my ult. I make sure to get a force pulse up, and I go in. Oh, I'm almost able to get away before that ult goes off. but it just went off a split second too early. So I just farm up. I scared her back. Oh, I get it way out of there, and somehow I still had vision on me, so the plant takes me out. So this is not going super well. So let's see what I can go for next. I need to get some more damage, or maybe some magic resist. So I'm going to try to find something that gives me both. Athene's Unholy Grail seems like a good way to go. So I'm going to build part of that and try to get back in the lane. She's hitting me really hard, but I do have my Archangel Staff upgraded, so that's going to help a lot, but it's still going to be a tricky fight. So I kill all of them with a Force Wave, and I'm going to try to come up lane a little bit, and I need to get some push going. She's winning 5-1 right now. Oh my god. So she is going to try to nuke me down. And I'm gonna have to juke and back way up. But she knows that she's got the upper hand right now. So I'm gonna take her out with 0 health left, and she's gonna get me with her passive with a really well placed shot. So that was well done on her half. So I'm gonna grab Chalice of Harmony and Fiendish Codex. It's gonna give me a good mixture of cooldown reduction. I think I'm maxed on cooldown reduction now. Let's see. Yeah, I'm maxed on cooldown reduction. It's gonna give me some good magic resist. It's gonna give me 43% reduced. But at this point, she's been level 18 for a bit. Her minions are still gonna be able to do damage to my inhibitor. But I'm going to be able to get back into lane faster, so I need to get as much push as I can going here to make sure that I can still take this, because if she takes my inhibitor, that's going to be a long way towards saying she's won this. So keep killing the minions like I've been doing, but I just have to pick my battles better. That's what's going to make me lose this. Is I've been going in when I didn't need to be going in. So I'm going to kill those minions and just be able to hit her as well. So now, because I got that Nashor's, my basic attacks are doing a lot more damage, which is great. That's going to give me a way to farm more efficiently. I'm able to dodge a lot of her skill shots just by using my ult. It's on like a 5-second cooldown at this point. So, just keep taking out our plants, doing what I can. Pop my flash there. I meant to force pulse there, but it didn't go off. I'm not sure why. But I'm going to take out most of that wave. Go back and hit it again. Make sure I take out these plants, but that does give her vision. Whenever I take out one of those plants, it does give her a little bit of vision, but it's worth it to get rid of the plant. Take out this wave. I'm just going to keep going around, trying to get my force pulse back up, and just watching out for her. So she is playing a really good game. she's landing the shots she needs to. She's keeping me on the defense, which is great. But if I continue to get the items I need and to be able to get the farm I need, I still could come back into this. But not if that keeps happening. She brings me really low, tries to hit me with a couple skill shots, and they just don't go off right for her. So I'm going to force pulse, get out of there before I get grabbed, and just try to keep getting the kills I need. Some more farm, some more gold. Now the bad thing is I need to get this lane pushed, because if I don't, then it doesn't matter how many kills I get, or farm I get, I'm not going to be able to go back for items, and she's sitting on a pretty good amount of gold, I'm sure. Oh man, I almost got hit with that. So I just, even if I kill her, it's gonna put me in a worse spot. I'm gonna be able to continue doing that. And she's gonna take out the inhibitor. That's gonna be possibly the beginning of the end for me. Like I said, she's just playing a really good game. Not expect such a good fight out of this match, but I'm glad I'm getting one. I'm going to make sure to take out those plants. She gets the ignite off on me, which there's nothing I can do about it. She played that off perfectly, and I'm going to have to... go for the Iceborne Gauntlet next. I'm going to go ahead and enchant my boots just because I can. But this is over already. I mean, even if I respawn, I'm not going to be able to take out our minions in time probably. And else my force pulse is up. I got a couple spells I have to cast before that's back. But so I'm able to finish off the minions, but right before another wave comes. So that's probably not going to do me a whole lot of good. And whenever she comes back in, there's not a whole lot I can do about it. So but I am able to hold her off for a minute to be able to see what I can do. And now I'm realizing I could have activated my Seraph's Embrace. I'm able to nuke her down. How much good that's going to do is a whole nother question. But I'm going to try to make it a good push here. Because otherwise, she's just going to walk up and take my inhibitor. I'm taking a lot of damage from a lot of these minions. I gotta grab this health real quick. And just get right back in. Because if I'm not able to take or push hard, then there's nothing I'm going to be able to do about this. She got a really good, a much better early game than I did. So I'm going to start attacking this tower. And thankfully I've got all that stuff from my Nashors. So I am going to be able to take that tower. And dodge everything I can, but she's able to take me out, and I think, unfortunately, this is going to be GG here. So I grabbed my Iceborne just in case, but she's heading up lane, her minions are heading up lane, and this is going to be the end of the match. So the final score comes out to 8-3. We're equal in farm, but I think this is the end. So I'm gonna respawn and head that way. A few minutes too late, I believe. But I am able to get the slow on all these minions from the Iceborne. So I'm sure gonna try to push back. And the Iceborne's definitely gonna help me if she comes back in. If she would have stayed to oh, I take a lot of damage there. If she would have stayed and tried to attack the lane a little harder, she probably would have gotten the win right there. But there's not much I'm going to be able to do now anyway. Especially with that plant. So luckily my inhibitor respawns. And there's nothing I can do. Because my health is so low. I'm done. There's nothing I could have done there. And here are her minions. She doesn't even have the respect to beat me. She's gonna let her minions do it. And this is gonna be the end, more than likely. Her minions are just raping mine right now. So thank you guys for watching another episode of oneVme. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good night.